Solid fish there. When I look at the color in that tail, that is so cool. Oh, this is the bigger fish. Oh my gosh, big snook. Big snook. Oh man, this one might break me off. Solid fish there, up in the shallows, Slam Shady 2.0, in between the cold fronts. This is a lot of fun. Hey, this is Luke with Salt Strong. In this video, we're gonna be exploring some new area. I'm leaving from Bradenton. I'm gonna fish the Palmetto area, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be doing some sight fishing. We have a nice clear day. I have this new setup that it's a 1,000 size reel with 5-pound braid in the trusty Alabama Leprechaun, and we're gonna see if we can sight fish some redfish. We have no clouds at all, pretty light winds, so should make for some fun sight fishing. These fish are probably gonna be spooky, which is why I'm going down to the 5-pound test, and let's see if we can make it happen. I'm gonna go out, I picked some new spots on the map. I'm gonna go check them out, and let's see if we can catch ourselves some nice redfish. All right, just made it to the spot. See if we can get some feeding fish. Big part, we're gonna be up shallow, so I gotta make sure this troll motor is just barely below the surface. Now we're ready for action. All right, as we're motoring up, very important too, to put a little Dr. Juice on here. We're gonna have this rigged weedless. There's a lot, it looks like there's some oysters and mangroves here, so we're gonna rig this weedless. So that is ready for action. That is gonna catch whatever is down here. Should be hitting this. So now let's see if we can put it into action. Seeing a lot of stingrays. It's a good sign. Signs of life. This water is a little murky here too, so I might switch over to the Slam Shady 2.0, a little paddle tail. Give a couple more casts. This edge right here looks really nice. Yeah, I thought the water was going to be much clearer than this. This looks really good. Nice looking bottom. We should be getting some fish here. Yeah, never been this area to salt on the map, and it just sure looked good. It covered all the things we've been talking about in the weekly game plans as far as the type of spot to look for this season. Haven't yet seen any big fish spook out yet, but I have full confidence that there's going to be some here. All right, so go to my trusty 100-pack bag of 2.0s. Keep it on this exact same hook. Just set this down in case we get into clear water later. And now, same as before. Just rig this puppy up, and this is going to be just nice shallow running setup. Twist it around. There we are. And then we'll rig it weedless. There's a lot of oysters around here, so I'm going to rig this weedless. And last but not least, get some Dr. Juice on this one as well. Covered on there. This thing is ready to catch some fish. Okay, there's a nice fish. It's a redfish. See if he sees it. It's up there in the oyster bar. He's moving. He knows something's up. Let's see if we can get a lure to him without him seeing it. That he was way up on that oyster bar. I'm gonna lead him by a lot. See if he's probably 3 feet away. Oh, he's looking at, oh, he just ate it. Oh my gosh, I just missed him. He ate it though, and I jerked it too fast. Oh, what a bummer. Let's see if he'll eat it again. Oh, now he knows something's up. Oh, I totally failed. That was a good lesson on waiting to set the hook when you feel the strike. Oh, now he's officially spooked off. Oh my gosh, what a bummer. That was an upper slot redfish. Oh, it hit the Slam Shady, and I jerked it when I saw him open his mouth, and I pulled it right out of his mouth. But it was hanging out right on that shallow oyster. So we at least found some fish and did everything but a good hook set properly. That would have been really cool. Oh well, we'll find another one. All right, so actually switching over to a Haas hook. This is one of our test hooks that we have. This one has a little bit wider gap, and this will help. I have a lighter tip rod for this this light line, and this will help with the hookup ratio. Just want to make sure, like, once I actually do set the hook properly, I do it right. So there's a little bit wider gap on this hook compared to the twist locks, and that'll pay out big dividends on my next strike. So now we're ready for action. Spooked up some fish. It's a classic mud boil right there. That's something just spooked out. Probably another redfish. They're just so scattered around. Every one I've seen have been in a different type of spot, but all have been super shallow. It's one commonality. So I've got to stick to this shallow stuff and cover ground, and we'll eventually. Ooh, I think I see one. Yep, I can't tell what it is. Looks like a red. So it's in the shadow. It's heading over to the right. So I can tell if it's a red or snook, but we're gonna be going over. Oh, it just turned. Looks like a redfish. I know something's up. I just had to bump up the trolling motor just a hair to stay within casting range, and it totally flinched. So these fish are super spooky. Let's see if we can get in. Let's see if we can get in there and drop it off that branch. This is why you go weedless. Get off that branch. There it is, nice quiet entry. All right, that fish is still down there. It's in a glare, so I can't see exactly where it is. Oh, there it is. I'll be going up real close to it. Oh, it's looking at it. Got him, nice. That was awesome. It's a snook. Whoa. That was awesome. It went down there, looked at it, and I just gave it a nice little shimmy, and that thing, it was looking at it, and then it came and just smacked it. That was killer. Not a giant fish, but just one fish like this sight fishing is, to me, it's worth like 20 or more blind casting. That was really cool. It was in that little pocket. It swirled around a couple times. Finally got a good look at him. Got to cast up there close, and then let this Slam Shady 2.0 do the hard work. How cool. And so I just have 5-pound braid and 15-pound mono leader here. All right, solid fish there. All right, nice fish. Let him go, re-rig this setup, and we are going to be back in action. That was killer. A little bit of fray there. I might go ahead and retie and make sure that we have no frays at all. So I just retied, and fortunately I did, because the very next cast, this is what happened. Oh, another fish. Very next. Oh, this is the bigger fish. Oh my gosh, big snook. Big snook. Oh man, this one might break me off. That was my very next cast after releasing the other snook, and it was sitting right there in that calm spot. Wow. Wow, this, oh man, I'm gonna be in trouble. I just have 15-pound leader and 5-pound braid, and I've got a slot size snook. Just got to keep him away from the trees and away from the boat. Wow, that's a good fish. It's at least hooked on the side, so I do have a little bit of hope. Nice fish. How cool. Just have to be real careful. This is just a 1,000 size reel and very light line. He's going over there close to the mangroves. That's not good. Just gonna try to keep tension on him. Nice. How awesome. Look at the size of that snook. That was up in super shallow water too. That is cool. How awesome. So it just proves that you don't have to have super strong line to get good fish. Let's see if we can get him up here to us. Got him, almost got him. Oh no, almost at him. Come on, buddy. And I've got him, nice. Solid fish there, up in the shallows, Slam Shady 2.0, in between the cold fronts. This is a lot of fun. Oh, so just released that snook and realized I didn't have my GoPro on, but yeah, just looking at the lure, still in good shape, just a little bit of fray there. And the fact that we have this light line, I'm gonna go ahead and redo it and make sure that we are in good shape. All right, well, shame on me for not coming prepared. I didn't bring any extra 15-pound leader, and my 20-pound leader is out, so I'm gonna do a dirty deeks where I tie. This is 30 pounds, this is much stronger than I want, but I'm just gonna do a small section, a small bite section. I'm gonna do the blood knot, so I'm just gonna tie this on. 4 turns on the leader side, through the gap, and 5 turns on the smaller line side. And then we're gonna have just this bite tippet. So in case I get any snook like that, I'll have a much better chance of landing them. Because again, it's not about the pulling power, it's really about the abrasion resistance. So that is usually what the cause of issues is. So go ahead and pull that tight. There we are, that's not budging. And so finally we're gonna thread on the lure, non-slip loop knot, back through it, and there we are. There's the dirty deek setup where we have 15-pound front part of the leader and this little 30-pound tippet there at the end. That should, again, thicker than I wanted, but that's all I have, and I'll have to make do for not being prepared. Super bummed about that, but better to be too strong than too weak. No sense on leaving lures in fish's mouth. So let's see if we can make this work. Oh, there we are, got something out there in the, this might be a trout. Let's see. Ooh, no, might be a red actually. Yeah, I think we have ourselves a redfish. Yep, that was literally just 2 casts. Ooh, we just spooked up some too. That was just 2 casts into the dirty deeks. How cool. Not a big one, but it's the right species. So there we are, this little guy slurped down the Slam Shady 2.0. Look at the color in that tail, that is so cool. All right, we'll let him go. Back in action. Let's see if there's some more out there. That was really neat. Ooh, man, that was a little snook. Ooh, nice red. That was a very nice red. Actually, he was coming at me from the deeper stuff. These fish can be both shallow and deep today. They've been kind of scattered around. Ooh, another nice red. Oh, there's a redfish right there. It'll be amazing if this thing doesn't spook off. Oh, he's literally right at my rod tip. My rod tip's looking right at him. Oh, he just saw us. Oh, I was gonna try to get a lure right on his face. That would have been killer. All right, so I just pulled the boat out. It was a really fun trip. In this little setup, this is a 1,000 size reel with 5-pound braid. This 5-pound Power Pro in the old trusty Slam Shady 2.0. This was the ticket. It was a lot of fun and very impressed that this very light setup could handle that good snook. I didn't measure it, but it was probably around 28 inches. So solid catch. Had some sight fishing in, which was awesome. I'm still mad at myself for missing that first redfish, but the game plan was spot on. The fish were exactly where they were supposed to be. I recorded the pre-trip plan, and so Insider Club members, you can see the pre-trip plan, the thought process on why those spots were selected based on the tides, based on the weather, based on the recent feeding trends, and you can see all the details so you can find the same type of spots near you with similar weather patterns. And as soon as I get back, I'll do the post-trip analysis where I show what went right, what went wrong. I did see a lot of bigger redfish later in the day out in deeper water, and that was one thing I did wrong, is that I didn't really target the deeper water at all. I was just really focused on sight fishing, which again is the most fun in my opinion, but I surely would have caught more fish had I been paying more attention to the deeper water. And so I'll show you the types of spots for that as well. And if you haven't yet taken advantage of this, we have an 11 lures for 1 cent. If you haven't yet tried that, it's just a way for us to get some of these great lures in your hands so that you can like them as much as we do and hopefully buy more. And if you don't, that's okay too. But 11 lures for one sit, link down below, or go to 11lures.com. Any questions at all about the trip, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're new to Salt Strong, just know that we're the best online fishing club for inshore saltwater anglers, especially if you're going after redfish, sea trout, snook, and flounder. We actually guarantee we'll help you find more fish every trip, save money on all the tackle you need, and meet more fishing friends. To learn more, saltstrong.com. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon.